Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy P Farm, thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning, doing what I do for you. I got a nice little lesson talking to my brother, and he put a thought in my mind. He planted that seed, and I took it and ran with it. This gonna be talking about how keeping order out of chaos, finding order out in chaos, aka that's self mastery to me. Or I'm gonna change the title a little bit, I guess. Knowing thyself is the order and chaos that can't be changed by life situations. Life is chaotic. So we can play with that. Break it down for you. Let's go. Right isn't 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I ask the question, do you know you? And you want to do, pay attention. I got you. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is foolish. Excuse me. Is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht be true. Right thinkers, peaceful philosophy says, okay, and finding order out of chaos is self mastery to me. And I said that because my brother's a Mason. We traveling, man. And we talking about the 32nd degree. I'm about to do the lesson in my book, Book of Wisdom. We about to break down masonry next lesson. But we're talking, and he was saying, well, I was explaining to him how the 32nd degree is what? Finding, uh, keeping order out of chaos. That's the concept of the 32nd degree masonry concept. And we laugh. I said, but dude, I learned more about masonry after I started studying. I did when I was a mason. I was an instructor for Dean of Instruction for 15 years, ran lodge for 5, worked for master. So I've been learning Masonic stuff. And I learned more outside of the order than I was when I was in. That's what I'm saying. So I don't look at that with, true admiration because I got some stuff that's y'all made it y'all way. Moving on. All right, let's go. This is gonna be a good lesson. It's all about you having control over you in situations. I just worded it a little different, but you'll see. When all hell is breaking loose around you in life, aka we call it when the shit hit the fan. Things are going down that's not gonna be good for you. So you gotta figure it out. And you're not what? Freaking out. You ever been in a shootout? A physical gun shootout? If you haven't, you don't know what kind of adrenaline, you don't know what kind of mindset somebody's going through. So they had to keep this stuff together. Well, they meaning me. Just want to put out a little bit, not too much, but yeah, when the situation and it gets funky, you got to handle yourself, or you might not make it through. The difference between life and death is the decisions that you make in a critical position, situations of chaos that you involved in. You don't control the situation. No, no. I was doing something, all of a sudden it went way wrong, and now I got to survive by shooting my way out of the situation. Okay, but that's when I found order. Okay, in chaos, I had to put myself together, keep my wits, so that I can get home or get out this situation. Okay, and if you ain't been in those situations, it's hard to understand, but that's what it's all about. You got to find your self mastery in those situations that could be life or death. Okay, I was at the back. I was at that back when I ran. I was in that mindset when I ran the streets, sold drugs, and it was chaos every day. Total chaos constantly. Is you got to be that thing was going fast. So yeah, again, finding the order. I did that without even knowing it. Again, I call it maintaining my cool. How about that? Me being me being funky, me being it real, keeping it real. I didn't know the definition of it. I just knew what I was doing. And I had a mindset that thought that way. So okay, I did it. And I have always been a what? A right thinker. Thinking is what I learned from that guy. Not right thinking, but thinking. Okay, he's the manipulator. He's the master craftsman at what he do. He was a gambler. He was a hustler, and that's what he did. And that's what he taught me. So I got that early in life. That was my first lessons. Moving on, but again, I was always thinking, and thinking was the weapon that I choose. Of my weapon of choice back the day when I was running the streets in the game. I knew that I had to be what out thinking these clowns. Cause a lot of them guys I didn't see as intelligent, respectfully. So I knew that I can probably think better than them. So I would handle myself that way. I learned to keep my cool in chaotic situations when I was young. Okay, I learned that early in life. So it served me well to handle situations within myself and, okay, learn from that and move on. I don't need no therapy. I don't need no counseling. I know how to articulate. I can think and manipulate my own consciousness and my own thought process from how I learned to live my life at this point. And I don't need nobody breaking me down or trying to psychoanalyze me. Why? I do that myself. Hence, know thyself. I keep my cool in chaotic situations. In this point in my life, losing my cool ain't happening. Why? I done got so good at it. That's the least of my. Not nah. You can't. And nothing you can do to get me to lose my cool. Okay, a lot of them tried, and I done been there, and I done proved myself. Now my life is a lot what less chaotic, cause I control me doing the situations that can get out of control. I don't do nothing except do me and be me and maintain my cool. But I'm still keeping order in my daily life, no matter how chaotic it get. And in life, it's going to, but you got to maintain. That's the difference in the movie. All movie stars. When I was coming up, when all hell break loose, the star didn't panic. He just started thinking. MacGyver, he didn't have no weapons. He had this. Batman, he had no special powers. He had this. Okay, the right thinking, man. I can outthink you. If you're a criminal, I'm gonna outthink you. Why? You easy. Okay, and I have been working on personally maintaining my cool, aka mastering my self-discipline for years. And the more I do it, the better I get at it. So I'm putting myself like, yeah, I done mastered what my emotions. I done mastered being cool. I done mastered maintaining my order and chaos. All those things that you got to do personally, and it takes practice. Years. What? Years. Not weeks, days, and months. We talking years. Let's go. If you want to see me lose my cool, you might have to work real hard and go real deep to get me there. Right now, the meter, there's nothing you can do to move my meter now at this point. I don't entrench myself in it, so now I will not be moved. Okay, you will not get me to wild out. You stood a better chance a little while ago. At this point, nah, you ain't got a snowball chance right now. But give it a shot. Some people do, and I just show them that it ain't nothing changed. Okay, life is full of chaotic situations if you're living it. Why? Because situations that gonna happen, you don't control them. You just control you while you going through them. I ain't never tried to manipulate a situation to my benefit, to my liking. I just handle my business and do what I need to be doing. That's it. No more, no less. And a lot of time, well, with God, some situations you got to maybe hope for a higher power to help you out. That's all. But if you're living right, then you get that nod. If you ain't living right, you won't get that nod. Hence, you reap what you sow. If what you're doing deserve to be blessed, then you get that. If not, you won't. Okay, so don't put it in his hand. It's still in yours. You did decide the fact of that. And I keep my cool. I maintain my order when at all times. That's the way of life now. And I take pride in myself for what? Not getting caught up in the situations that people get caught up in and realizing I shouldn't have done that. I'm not apologizing for my action. Why? I'm going to think before I act. I'm going to think before I talk. So that's what I do. You can do what you want. I'm telling you what I do that works for me. And again, if what somebody doing is working for them, who gives a damn? What's the problem? On that show, I like that one. But I personally figured out a few things out for myself to make me stay cool, and that is I use a philosophical reasoning to deal with chaos and ignorant people. I tried this a few months ago. It worked like a charm. I don't have that. I used to be so upset with ignorant people. I used to just lose my mind with chaotic nonsense. Now, I philosophically put in perspective and I just roll right through it. It went off the duck's butt, okay? It don't move me no more. Again, I just try to tell you, when you're growing in spirit, love my brother. He recognized it. He said, brother, you still growing. Hello? I ain't where I want to be, but I ain't who I used to be. So that means I'm growing that way, not that way. And when people recognize that, it feels good to know that, okay, somebody see the work I'm putting in. Okay. I know y'all know, but this is family friends. They don't see nothing. They got blinders on. All right. They just see me for who I always was, and they don't see the difference. So I'm good with that. But again, where we at? I lost my praise. Okay, okay, right there. Yeah. Okay. I use philosophy. Okay. When you think before you speak and act, that's order of self-control, aka order and chaos. I'm not going to add to the situation. I'm not going to throw gasoline on the fire that you lit. I'm going to back up, ease up, and let it go. Well, I'm not going to get involved. Simple as that. And I use my ability to control myself philosophically, and I deal with all my life situations pretty much the same way now. Put in the philosophical concept, understand and deal with it. Don't get involved emotionally. I don't do the emotional thing. I just get a lesson about that. That ain't my thing at all. In order for you to find order out of chaos, you got to have control over your emotions. When you have self-control, okay, emotional control, spiritual discipline, I call it, you won't say or do the wrong things, no matter what. And that's how you master yourself and keep yourself in what I call due bounds of what being righteous and doing the right thing without putting yourself. Well, he made me do that. You're controlling of you is what you're responsible for in everything that you say and do. Not somebody made you do something. That's the biggest excuse that everybody like. Well, see, he did this. They did that. If you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. You disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you back. That's my philosophy. I don't give a damn. Simple as that. What, don't make it, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. So you don't believe me? Find out. A-L, was it F-A-F-O? So yeah, I feel the same way too. I don't mind proving who I am. I'm a Mason. I'm a traveling man. I've been proving who I am. Let's go. But again, and when I see, I personally get the benefit of what? Maintaining order in chaotic situations in my life makes me feel so much better about myself. The chaos don't get me caught up in it. I don't get caught up in it emotionally and fall for the okie doke and say and do a bunch of dumb stuff. Because my emotions, I was angry, I was upset, he made me mad, or she did this. No excuses. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. Okay? We all responsible. Simple as that. All right. Getting better at that, that's growing. If you can, let's see. Wait, no. I don't get emotional. I get philosophical. That means I'm not going to engage. I'm going to think about it, interpret it, and flip it so I can deal with it from a philosophical concept, and then I return my response in respect and understanding. I will always philosophize. I would never apologize. That means I'm going to speak the truth when the situation, don't care how heated it get, don't make a difference to me how emotional you are. That ain't gonna do with me. I'm gonna maintain mine. And so why I'm not gonna have to be apologizing for what I said or did in your heated anger. You was the one out of control. I wasn't. Okay, understand that. My pastor taught me that lesson. You can't get in the mud with the pig, brother, right? And not claim to be a pig. Ah, So yeah, that put a whole new perspective on it. So instead of getting in the mud, I get philosophical. That keeps me out the mud, so to speak. See, I choose it, what he gave me, and put my spin on to make it work for me. So now I got a better perspective. It ain't his, it's mine now. Okay, he started the idea, but I took it and molded, shaped it, and made it mine. Whenever you take something from somebody else, don't just take it and do what they. You got to change it. Why? That makes it yours. If you do what they say, it ain't yours. They're plagiarizing. You can steal, but just spit on it where they don't know you're stealing it. You know? Okay, my man took it when I was growing up, buddy of mine. He took the other guy's pool table, right? We had a little pool table, put it in his basement. We go to his house. We in the basement playing. The guy who pool table, we took it out of the house. He said, "Man, this is my pool table." No, it ain't. We had a stain just like that right there. So what? Everything the scar he described the pool table to the T. But the guy was a bully and the other guy was a punk. So the pool table stayed in my man's basement and we just kept on shooting pool. It was at my man's house in 1 minute. I was at his house. See, right there, I'd had a problem with that. Moving on. But that's one of the incidents where, dude, this is no it ain't. Yes, no it ain't. And you let somebody tell you, no, that's not order out of chaos. All hell would have been breaking loose. All right. Where we at? Oh, yeah. Chaos is like ignorance. You will have to learn to deal with it when on a daily basis. Why? It ain't going nowhere. Ignorant people in chaos situations, they go hand in hand like yin and yang. Okay? Understand it. Again, just in my philosophy. Where you got ignorant people, you're going to have chaos. Where you got chaos, you're going to have ignorant people. It's not a debate. It's a fact. It ain't to argue. I don't care about what you think and feel about it. I'm telling you, that's the fact. Simple as that. And if you one of the people, you don't see it that way. Why? Because you're involved in it. So you never see you. Again, these eyes only see out. The spirit eye see in. So if you're looking with the third eye, you don't see you. So you can't know you. You can't have control over chaotic situations. You just have to learn to deal with them on a day-to-day basis. Trust me, I do. You ain't gonna change it. So what? If you can't beat them, you got to join them to a degree. And I learned how to join them, interact with them without being like them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's the best way to go. Why? They none the wiser. They still who they are. I'm not trying to change them. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just trying to deal with them in the best way I can without it bothering affecting me like it used to. Now it don't bother me that way no more. So I'm growing. All right. So chaos is what I call uncontrolled adversities. You can fetters, you cause your own problems. I mean, you do stuff that's gonna happen. But chaos, stuff just happens. It's just in that environment. If you're in the streets, if you're doing something wrong, you're gonna have constant chaos. That environment evolves around chaos. You have some jobs where everybody that's chaos. It's just constant going on. Every day somebody got something to say about what somebody did or didn't do. That's chaos. And most people get involved with it, they just jump in. They jump right in the pool. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, everybody loves the chaos when it ain't them. A lot of times, you got 4 or 5 people. You got to talk about 1 or 2 people who ain't there. When the 1 or 2 people come to 2 or 3 people that was there, y'all gonna talk about them. That's chaos. Gossip, what anyone call it, but it's not good. How about that? And I don't indulge in that, so I know how to find order in chaos situations. I don't indulge. I don't involve myself in that. Okay, if you feel that way, that's your feeling. They're nothing to do with me. Don't try to get me to feel the way you feel. And people love allies. They love allies. Okay, egoistic is ignorant people. What they want, more people to feel like them, be like them, so they can become a group. 1-on-1, like most guys, punks, a bully. He bad when he got a bunch of boys behind him. Put him 1-on-1, he just like you now. Okay, so that's how you keep yourself out of chaos. Handle your business, maintain yours, and be ready to deal with whatever it is. I call this clown we got in the White House Captain Chaos. He's the perfect example of my philosophy. You got Mayat, and you got the guy called Isfet. We don't even give him credit. You don't hear about him. Why? Mayat supersedes him. Mayat let it be known, I will rip you a new one. Okay, I ain't for that nonsense. So somebody else, yeah, but not me. That's all. When he got a guy, my old man, his mother shut him down. Nobody else could. I laughed because I've never seen my old man been put in check. Okay, he was captain. He was no. My dude shut it down. I love that. But that's what men do. We have soft spots. We have something that we had to adhere to. My mother, right now, the man I am now, I tell anybody, if I If you put me in a position where I want to wild out and whatever, just call my mother. That shit all that down. So I let you know I got kryptonite too. I ain't got a problem with that. She say stop, I'm stopping. Shut up, I'm shutting up. Simple. All right. But again, no, I call this clown Captain Chaos because I cause, because he causes chaos when every day and it's not in the right way. If you're doing good things, that's fine. But if you're doing bad things, that's not but chaos. You got the potential to do good and you don't. That's a choice that you made. Again, when you make those decisions, you got to suffer the consequences. And everybody wants to witness his demise. Don't worry, his is coming in his time. Don't worry about it. We don't control that. Yeah, I put him in there. So whatever he doing, he got free ride. He know that. But he know at Judgment Day, he's going straight to hell. Why? You had your fun here. You can't go there. People like that don't go to heaven. Simple as that. Moving on. Again, that's just another philosophical concept that I have. But nobody likes chaos. But what? But we all have to what? Deal with chaos when every day. Nobody likes ignorant people. Some of us are ignorant people. We got to deal with them every day. Friends, loved ones, it don't make a difference. Ignorance is ignorant. And you're not going to change them. Only they can change them. So my job is to enlighten them. Try to get them to understanding so that they can what? Change themselves. My job ain't to change you. My job is to help you change yourself. I did me. So I can explain to you how I did it. That's all I got for you. The experience of changing myself from this to that. From that to this. Moving on. Okay. Now, where we at? Ignorance and chaos are like what? Yin and yang, night and dark. They go together. You can't have one without the other. You can't be chaotic and be intellectual. You can't be ignorant and not be chaotic. Okay, you breed chaos. Okay, and when chaos arrives, you just learn to what? Maintain your cool. Why? You can't stop Lady Luck. You can't stop Captain Chaos. Let him be. Let him have his way. Just don't indulge. That's what you all got to do. Just let it go. Most people, they can't resist. They just got to get involved. They got to get it. They can't let it go. Okay? But when you learn to maintain your cool, a.k.a. find your order in the chaos so that you don't get involved in the chaos. If you're not the solution, you're part of the problem. So if you don't have order and chaos, you're part of the chaos. So self-mastery is what? Finding order and chaos for yourself with daily. Okay? And again, chaos is having no control over what's going on. That's what makes it chaotic. It's going on, but nobody's in control. It's just like right now, we just in free fall. We going straight to hell in a handbasket, and nobody got the brakes. Nobody knows to stop. But that's chaos. It can be anything, but most times, depending on who it is, it's going to end up bad. Why? Because the person's intention, who got it in control, is not good. Good leadership, things change. Bad leadership, we got the same, we recycle the same stuff over and over again. We get ready for now the 28th election. This clown trying to be ready around to do it again. I don't think he's gonna lay that long. But again, chaos is every day. It's fat. It's just like Maya. He's just on another level. And y'all call him Satan, whatever. It's chaos. Chaos is the opposite of order. Simple. Moving on. All right. But we play these little games. We teach what we want you to know. Teach the truth. That stops all the bull crap right there. Just teach the truth. That's what I do for you. And that's the only way you can get people to get understanding with the truth. A bunch of lies and fabricating stuff to make them follow you and think you all that. That don't serve them. I'm trying to help you. Moving on. Okay. And if I now strive in what? In chaos daily. I slide through the island of chaos like an eel through seaweed now because I done mastered the art of not getting involved with chaos or ignorant situations and people. I let it go. Let it go. Moving on. So I'm thriving now. That's self-mastery. Okay. I'm handling my business, personal. But again, you got to address me, Master P-Funk. I'm a master. I want to be called one now. How about that? I reached that level. Yeah, I got a title. Okay, y'all like to taste titles? be one. Master P Funk from now on. Okay. And like my man, if you don't call him doctor, he freaks out. I ain't hell bent on that. Okay. It's a title befitting that I will accept. But you don't call me master, I'm not gonna it's Master P Funk. No, I'm not doing that. No, it's just I watch this clown do that. That's the last thing I'll ever do. Okay. Again. But if you don't have yourself together, again, self-mastery. Okay, that's the difference. And chaos will what? Will take you out also. If you ain't prepared, he will run you over too. You don't give a damn. Okay, he's a reckless driver. And chaos in life is unavoidable. You can't get around him. You got to deal with him. He's going to be there every day. Just like a prophet, when Rock about today, he's going tonight, he's right there ready to do it again. So understand that. And it's a cycle. We do everything in a cycle. Cycle 24 hours. Certain things you can do within that hour. 24 hours you do that. You got to sleep, eat, rest. That's it. Moving on. So just deal with what? Chaos, what? The best you can by maintaining yourself. That's the best way to deal with chaos. Chaos in life. Okay, last one. Again, appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap it up and get out of here. Knowing thyself, that's the ultimate of what? When I've said that, I said, dude, that's what I'm trying to get you to. 32nd degree Mason teach you that. In order, knowing thyself is learning how to keep order and finding order, what? In chaos, daily. Like me, trust me, it's not easy, but when you do it, it's so rewarding. Like anything else, if it's worth having, it's worth going through the pains and agony to get it. So that means the hard work you're gonna have to put in, the times you're going to spend to do what you need to do. That's all to benefit you. Work it, and it'll work for you. If not, it won't. Trust me. That's a lesson. That's self-mastery, or y'all call it finding order in chaos. Masons call it what they want. I call it what it is. So again, in closing, all my right thinkers, may you all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who know themselves and find order out of chaos have passed away. I'm out.